Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello. If all goes well, today's Friday. Hooray, I think. So today, for Friday, we are thinking about words. Let's have a run around this way. So yeah, different words can mean the same thing. Sometimes you can use more than one word to describe the same thing. The more words you know, the easier it will be to understand a piece of writing. So, a time travel adventure. Sorry, there's PE in the hall, so there's any strange sounds. Let's hope it's that. A time travel adventure. Becky was bored of trudging around the museum. She glanced around her, hoping to see something that would liven up the dreary school trip. In a dark corner, she spotted a small door with a "Do Not Enter" sign. Becky waited until the teacher had her back turned, then darted through the door. She found herself in a dimly lit room where gigantic dinosaurs towered over her. They looked surprisingly realistic. Becky closed her eyes as a peculiar feeling came over her. And then it says, find and copy a word from the text which means boring. And they've gone with dreary. And then it says, if you don't know what a word means, use the rest of the sentence to help you. And they've got gigantic means big here, and peculiar means strange there. So that's doesn't really help you, I don't think, particularly. Because I think it's all very well for them to sort of to tell you that, but I don't think that really helps you to answer the questions on the other side. I don't think it sort of gives you any good strategies, particularly, other than if you don't know what a word means, use the rest of the sentence to help you. I think there is that, but I think really with stuff like this, it's a case of asking. I think very important for children to ask grown-ups if they don't know what a word means. I think it's very important that for children to sort of help sort of identify the words they don't mean by thinking about the sentence. Have I understood it? If somebody asked me what it meant, would I be able to tell them? And just reading and reading. It's more and more reading. The more you read, the more you absorb vocabulary. The more you talk, the more you absorb vocabulary. You can get it a little bit from TV and films and stuff, but I think you absorb more by talking to people and reading, because reading's great. On the other side, thinking about words. So it says, answer this question about the story in the previous page. Draw a line to match each word from the text to its meaning. You may know some of these words already, but what I would do is I would find the words in the text over here, read the sentence that it's in, and see which of those felt right for it. And then it's read the next part of the story and answer the questions. I'll read the story bit for you. The room began to spin faster and faster. Suddenly the spinning stopped, but Becky was no longer in the museum. She stood in a wide open space with scorching sunlight streaming down on her. Hearing a thump behind her, she whirled around. A huge, scaly-skinned dinosaur towered over her, staring at her in surprise. And then finding a copy of word from the text, which means hot. What does the word world mean? So have a crack at that and come back in a little bit for the answers. And a challenge. There will be a challenge.